The Vanishing Hour is brought to you by The Midnight Verdict.
The city breathes differently after midnight. Traffic lights blink like tired eyes. Cameras hum, watching everything, or at least, trying to. At exactly 3:17 a.m., inside Central Transit Control, one monitor goes black. Security operator Julia Hayes rewinds the footage. Frame by frame, Platform 6 is empty. Then, for 60 seconds, no sound. No timestamp. Just static. When the image returns, the train is there. Passengers shift. Doors close. But one person is missing. Lila Grayson, age 29. Her face flashes on the passenger log. Last recorded image, stepping into carriage 3, C12. Then, nothing. The case is logged as system malfunction. But for Detective Mara Ellison, it's the beginning of something impossible. Something people later called the Vanishing Hour. Detective Mara Ellison, the reluctant investigator, didn't believe in ghosts. She believed in evidence, fingerprints, fibers, timelines. But the Grayson case refused to fit any of those. Every attempt to view the footage froze her computer at 3 hours 17 minutes and 0 seconds. Every backup file corrupted at the same timestamp. IT called it a bad data sector. But Mara had a rule: coincidences are just patterns we don't understand yet. So she started digging. Lila was an architect who worked with Helix Core Infrastructure, a company contracted to expand the city's underground transit lines. 2 months before her disappearance, she had filed a report, accusing Helix Core of falsifying safety inspections. The report was dismissed. 2 days later, the whistleblower who supported her vanished too. Mara didn't believe in coincidences anymore. The train had 46 passengers that night. She checked every ID. Everyone accounted for, except one. Ticket 45B. Name: Daniel Wren. No address. No digital trail. Purchased in cash. When she ran facial recognition on station footage, his face flickered like bad reception. One moment sharp, next, pixelated blur. Almost as if someone had erased him frame by frame. Mara printed the image anyway. She pinned it beside Lila's photo. A woman who vanished. And a man who might not exist. 3 nights later, Mara received an envelope. No return address. Inside the envelope, a flash drive and a note. Play at 3:17 exactly. She waited, curiosity clawing at her nerves. When the clock struck 3:17, she pressed play. The video showed the train, again. But this time, from a different angle. A hidden camera. One she didn't know existed. Lila sat alone, headphones in. Across from her, the man in the gray coat leaned forward. The lights flickered. And for half a second, he looked directly into the camera. His eyes were pitch black. The next day, a man approached Mara outside the precinct. Disheveled, trembling, eyes darting to every corner. "I was on that train," he said. "She didn't disappear, the train did." She raised an eyebrow. "You mean during the blackout?" He shook his head. "No, the whole car. It just folded. Like paper." Before she could press him, he handed her a cassette labeled 3:17 and walked into traffic without hesitation. The driver screamed. Brakes screeched. By the time she ran over, the man was gone. No body. No blood. Just skid marks, ending abruptly mid-lane. That night, she played the cassette. Mara sat at her desk long after the precinct emptied out. The clock on the wall read 2:49 a.m., but time felt meaningless, a looping cycle of unanswered questions. The cassette from the stranger sat before her, its label handwritten in fading ink. 3:17. She stared at it for a long time before finally slotting it into her old recorder. The machine clicked. The reels began to turn. At first, nothing. Just the low hum of background noise, the sound of metal wheels and faint chatter. The unmistakable ambience of a moving train. Then, a woman's voice. Soft, measured, uncertain. "I don't know where this goes." Mara leaned forward. The voice was Lila's, she was sure of it. "You said the line was shut down," Lila continued. "Why are there lights?" A pause. Another voice answered, deeper, male, calm but cold. "There are always lights, even in places that shouldn't exist." The hairs on Mara's neck rose. She turned up the volume slightly, and then, heard something impossible. A third sound. A whisper layered beneath their voices. Barely audible, like someone speaking just behind her shoulder. "Keep listening." Mara froze. The whisper matched her own voice. She rewound. Played it again. The same, her own voice, repeating the phrase, "Keep listening." Her hands trembled as she stopped the tape. The office felt smaller now, the air thick, like someone else was in the room. She switched off the lights, closed the blinds, and replayed the tape one more time, this time with headphones. Static hissed. Then the male voice again. "Where did you hide her?" Followed by Mara's voice, older, strained, distant. "You can't hide from what doesn't exist." She ripped off the headphones, heart hammering. The recorder continued spinning, even though she hadn't pressed play. The audio began to distort, pitch rising, static growing harsher, until the noise formed a rhythm. A steady, mechanical thump-thump. Like a heartbeat. Then, silence. The digital clock on her desk flickered. 3:16, 3:17, then froze. Every light in the precinct dimmed at once. Her computer screen lit up on its own, displaying a single message. "You already pressed play." Her reflection on the monitor shifted. For a fraction of a second, it wasn't her face staring back. Then, everything went black. Helix Core's blueprints revealed a sealed maintenance line below Greyline Station. Flooded, condemned, forgotten. But the acoustic echo from the tape matched that tunnel perfectly. She went down alone. Flashlight trembling in the dark. Walls marked with chalk arrows, all pointing backward. At the end, she found a corroded train car. Carriage 3. Seat 12, empty, except for a folded coat and a tape recorder. She pressed play. "Detective Ellison, you shouldn't have come." It was her own voice again. Back at headquarters, Mara's computer wouldn't start. Every file in her database was gone. Replaced by a single folder. Borrowed time. Inside. Dozens of photos of her own investigation, each timestamped 1 minute in the future. She unplugged the system. It kept running. Every clock in the office froze, 3:17. Then rebooted. The precinct's lights dimmed. And from the hall outside her office, she heard her own voice whisper. "You were on that train, too." City Grid failed that night. Every light, every signal, every camera. For exactly 1 minute. Dispatchers logged a wave of distress calls at the same time. People reporting missing relatives, doors unlocking by themselves, and clocks spinning backward. When power returned, Mara's office chair was empty. Her coat draped over the armrest. Badge on the desk. Her computer was recording, 43 minutes of static and faint breathing. Then, a whisper. "Time's up." Internal Affairs sealed the case. Filed under unsolved disappearance. But strange incidents began happening across the city. Station clocks freezing at 3:17. Entire minutes missing from surveillance feeds. And an unknown user kept accessing the evidence server, logging in under Mara Ellison's credentials. From a terminal that didn't exist. When techs traced the IP, they found it originating from Greyline Tunnel Sector 3, the one she'd visited. But that terminal had been destroyed 10 years ago. A month later, a maintenance crew resurfacing the lower tracks found a buried camera under Carriage 3. The footage was intact. The video showed Mara entering the abandoned train, sitting in seat 12, pressing play. Then, she looked up. Someone sat across from her. The man in gray. He leaned forward and whispered, "Detective Ellison, the hour doesn't vanish, it chooses." The lights flickered. And both of them disappeared. When the frame stabilized, only the tape recorder remained, its red light blinking, Rec 317. They sealed the tunnel again. No public record. No press release. Just another forgotten file buried in the city archives. But every night, at exactly 3:17, Greyline Station's platform lights flicker. Commuters swear they hear a heartbeat in the rails, and a faint voice over the intercom. Next stop. The Vanishing Hour. Some say time heals all wounds. Others say it buries them. But what if time isn't passing us? What if it's circling back, reclaiming the ones who look too closely? So if you're ever on the 3:17 train, and you feel the world skip a beat, don't blink. You might miss your stop. Or worse, become part of the hour that never ends.
Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel for more.